Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Magnus, and today we're going to talk about recommended releases for Checkpoint. And this will be my recommendation. It's not Checkpoint's recommendation. So this is my own personal recommendation based on my own experience and also your feedback here on the community on YouTube. So first of all, I have posted here on the community page a few times, like what versions are you running? How was the upgrade process? If you needed to do any support cases, how did the support go? So first of all, as of middle of January, most of you guys that responded here, 63% are running R81.10. And that's actually Checkpoint's recommendation as well. But before we go into my own recommendation, let's go into some more stats. So how was your upgrade experience going from R8020, R8030, that was end of support in September 2022? And I got to say like this, I'm surprised because I experienced a lot of issues when I did do my upgrades. But it looks like most of you, I would say like 50, 60, 66%, the majority of you guys, it was smooth, it went well. And then there were some minor issues, and 20%, keep in mind, this is only 33 votes. 20% of the 33 votes needed to roll back or make a support ticket. So this is an interesting graph. And I post this because I was really frustrated at support at one time. More or less, we were upgrading VSXs and we needed to contact support because we didn't think it was going correctly. Like, we had issues with certain things. So one of the most annoying that I experienced myself is what, like, I created a ticket and then you ask like, please submit the ticket and start the chat. So I submitted this ticket, started the chat. And my first like response in the chat was like, yeah, this is what we are experiencing. We need help with this. Can you please assist us with what we should check, or even like remote support? And the response I did get from the support was, please call support because we are busy. Like, okay. I did just contact support. I mean, you have a chat support. If it's not available, don't take in the chats. So I will leave it to this. I will make a different video regarding support where I can back up my claims with some more data before anyone is complaining. But please give me your feedback on the type of support that you have gotten the last year. And please comment below. I mean, this is really only 58 votes, so it's not a lot. So it's not a big data to collect from. I mean, Checkpoint have thousands of customers and all experience differently. And honestly, when we did do the upgrades, it was end of support for specific versions. So I guess they were busy. So I did make some nice graphs. So more or less, I asked like, what versions are you running in February 2022? And here it was still a lot of people that were running like R80.10 or below, meaning unsupported versions. But the big majority was still running R8040. So that's great. I mean, it's a stable version. R8030, R8040 has been stable, has been working good. Not so many was running R81, and some were starting to like go for the R81.10. In September 2022, we see that a lot of people did skip to go to R81. They did go to R81.10. And I will do the same. So what is the reason why so many upgraded? Well, Checkpoint did have R8020 and R8030 end of support. So we see here in September 2022, Checkpoint R8020 and R8030 was end of support. R8040 is still under support. So if we check here now in January 2023, 63% of you are running R81.10. I mean, this is still based on my own data, based on 119 votes from a couple of thousands of Checkpoint customers, but it still gives like an idea of what the community is doing. And I agree with this move. R81.10 is a great version. I have been running that on my own management stations for, I don't know, 2 years. Has it been that long? I think so. For a long period of time on the MDSs, it has been working. Yeah, it has been working good. Not flawlessly, but good. For normal gateways, we have been running R81.10 for the last year. And for VSX, we just started to upgrade and installing new VSXs on R81.10. So far, no issue. So what is Checkpoint's own recommendation? If you want to see Checkpoint's own recommendation, you need to check the SK95746. And just to highlight it, this is the recommended version, meaning R81.10 with the latest general availability or recommended Jumbo hotfix. And that you can check by going to the release notes, and then you have recommended. So R81.10 take 81 is the recommended as of today, and today it's January 16, 2023. Yeah. There has been some later takes released, and what I check myself to like, yeah, should I use these products is like, how many of these HFAs fixes are released. And I normally check for not the like gateways and so on. I check for like multi-domain servers, VSX, scalable platform. And the reason why I check for these ones are because these are large customers. So large customers normally use complex systems, and VSX, MDS, and scalable platform are complex systems. So I check how many multi-domain security management, MDS, and like the VSX and the scalable platforms. How many different solutions has been released within this Jumbo hotfix, and then I get like a feeling on, yeah, people are starting to upgrade. And this is also what I see when people are sending me messages and asking me, or even voting here. So my previous take has always been VSX upgrade when it's HFA 100. And I have come into some discussions with Checkpoint regarding this. They say like, yeah, on the fifth take, it should be okay. Or when we recommended release, it should be okay. And I still argue HFA 100 for VSX. No matter what Checkpoint says. But I will go out on a limb here. Because they have released 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I hope I did not miscount. So 15 with HFA 85. So 15 hotfixes. I would recommend upgrading the VSXs to R81.10. So I've said it. It's before take 100. But based on the feedback that you guys have given me, based on the votes, based on the initials like installations of VSX and the small number of VSs and customers that we are running on that version, I feel like VSX is up to par and should be working on R81.10. And if you're really like, don't want any issues at all, it's impossible to not have any issues at all, wait to HFA 100. So if you have really like critical infrastructure that is should not, you cannot afford issues with it. Wait to HFA 100. But for, I don't know, 90% of you guys, you can upgrade to R81.10 with the latest recommended hotfix. Compared to, I would say, the old time, hotfixes now also include new functionalities. Just keep that in mind. And when it comes to like recommendation of upgrade process, I would like you to check a post made from Kaspars. Congratulations on your checkpoint job, by the way. Kaspars is active in the Swedish community and has been a checkpoint customer for a long period of time, but now works for checkpoint in Sweden. So when it comes to R80 whatever, one of the new things was the file system. And the file system actually makes an impact on certain things. I will say like this as well. So R81.10 saved a bunch of time for me, because when we were running R81 and did changes on some of our VSXs, it literally took 5 to 7 minutes to change a route within a VSX. That's horrible. That's a nightmare. But after we upgraded to R81.10, that's down to under 1 minute now. And for some of you, that sounds insane still. But if you have large VSXs with a lot of if you have a large VSX with a lot of VS and a lot of interfaces and a lot of routes, they get slower and slower. And just to emphasize that this is based on the number of VSs and interfaces and routes, and not on like the performance throughput through the box. The boxes I'm referring to, they have like, I don't know, 100 megs of traffic and 25,000 connections. Nothing. So the issue is purely the number of VSs, interfaces and routes in these boxes. But R81.10 did solve a lot of things. Keep in mind, this was only a management upgrade, but a lot of the VSX functionalities is based on the management. So the management is holding a lot of configuration that is then sent to the VSX. So I suspect that's why the difference. I have no proof of this. This is just, yeah, Magnus says like this. But yeah, this is my honest feedback, so to say. And if you want to check like what R81 is actually including, you can check the SK170416. And here it says the highlights for different things. Yeah, you can read this yourself. I think I made a video about this as well. So when it comes to what I noticed the most, it's like this part. So it's like the efficiency has increased a lot within the management stations. I haven't tested enough on the boxes, but I suspect it's the same number of improvements. I almost forgot to include it, but we were talking about upgrade process. When it comes to VSX, do clean install with VSX reconfigure. Much better. You will thank me later. Do that if you have large VSX environments. For management stations, honestly, I feel like upgrade with CPUs is working. I think it's working great, actually. Both on normal management station and on MDS. So I don't see a reason why to do clean install. If you're running on like virtual machines and you don't need to change IP addresses or names or whatever, and you already have the new file system. If you already have the new file system, running it in VMware, do a CPU's upgrade. with gateways, I don't have a lot of experience with gateways myself. I mostly run gateways for out of bad management and like some management stuff. I use V6 for more or less everything. So for gateway, the recommendation from Checkpoint is to use the smart console and just do the upgrade there or via CPUs. CPUs has worked. I think it has been working okay. Via the GUI, I did experience some issues on some appliance boxes, but I heard from other people that I have no issues. So I don't really have a preference. I think it's a really good approach and good improvement that Checkpoint is starting with making the upgrade process a lot easier. If you're running it via the smart console, Checkpoint will use scripts to do like verifications and checks, and it will do a lot of things. So I think I will recommend that one as well. So I think this is it for this video. I hope you did like it, and if you want to see more content like this, please comment below. I don't really know if you want to see like, I don't know, tutorials, guides, feedback, my own personal thought like this. So during 2023, I will try to mix it up and see what works. So thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Take care.